guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to be reading this book here, which I've already forgotten the name of. We're going to be reading Never Ever After by Sue Lynn Tan. So I decided to start a little bit of a series, and basically I'm on the YA fairyloot book and items subscription box. So once a month I get a surprise YA book and it comes with random bits of merch and I have no idea what's coming. My November one is currently late. I'm filming this on the 25th of November. It's not late. They say they'll dispatch between the 21st and the 30th, but I've seen people on TikTok, they already have it and I'm swiping away those spoilers so quickly. But yeah, so I still not had that. However, I've only been on it for a few months. I think my first one was in September. I read the September one straight away. It was very good. That was Immortal Consequences. I think I gave it like 4.5 stars or something like that. I really enjoyed it. And then I had my October one, which was this one that I've still not read. And oh my god, maybe I actually started in August because I've had 3. I don't know when I started it, but I had Immortal Consequences, then this one, and then Thorn Season. Can't remember, it was purple. I've not read that one either. So I've got 3 so far and I've read one of them. So the idea is, with this series, I'm going to read the book of the month that I get and we're going to talk about it. I'm going to say what I think. I'm going to be very honest. I might not always like it. And yeah, that's kind of the plan. Obviously I've already read Immortal Consequences, we're ticking that. I've left a review on Goodreads if you want to read it. So we're going to start with my second one, and then after that we will read what I think is called Thorn Season, and then we'll read whatever this book is that is going to be coming this week, because I have no clue what that is. But that's the idea. So this video is just going to be a quick reading vlog on this one, Never Ever After. So before we get too started, we should probably look a little bit at what it's about. So I'm going to read the blurb now, and if you are not interested, then just skip ahead like 30 seconds or something like that. But it says, fate isn't forged in iron. Life in the Iron Mountains is harsh and unforgiving. After the death of her beloved uncle, Yining, I'm going to butcher everything, I'm sorry guys. Yining has only survived as a skilled thief and an even better liar. But when she acquires an enchanted ring, oh that's interesting, that holds the key to a brighter future, it is stolen by her step-aunt, and Yining must venture into the imperial heart of the kingdom to seize it back. Amid the grandeur of the palace, Yining catches the eye of the ruthless and ambitious prince, who tempts her with a world she never imagined. But nothing is as it seems, and soon she is trapped in a tangle of power, treachery and greed. Her only ally, a cunning advisor from a rival court who keeps dangerous secrets of his own. To break free, Yining must embark on a perilous quest to fight for a future that both frightens and calls to her, and choose who to trust when allies can be as deadly as enemies. Okay, that is the first time I've read the blurb this entire time I've had it. That sounds pretty cool, actually. It is a romantasy. Obviously it's YA because I have the YA box, but look at that. That's so pretty. Wait. We ain't reading with a dust jacket, let's be honest. Oh my god, wait, the other side is so pretty too. Yeah, we're reading just like this. Oh, I love foil on books. And also, this is so pretty. I love that. Anyways, let's get started. Just about to be 2 o'clock. I've just been sat reading. I didn't read anything last night, but I've just read part 1, which I think is like the first 80-ish pages. Yeah. I didn't realize it, but it's actually like a Cinderella retelling, and I don't think I've ever read any of those, and if I have, I haven't realized it. So I've really enjoyed that aspect of it. I also really like the main character. I don't know how to pronounce her name, but Yining, I'm not sure, I'm sorry. but I really like her personality. And I mean, like, not to spoil it too much, but like the basic premise is like her parents are dead and her aunt and uncle are dead, but her step aunt isn't, and that's who she lives with, but she's kind of like the wicked stepmother, so to speak. And they live in like a village or like a town on like the outskirts, and like she's quite horrible to Yining. You know, I really need to Google this. But they set up like at markets, and like she pretends to be like a fortune teller for her aunt, and then while she's doing that, the aunt like steals things from people, and like that's how they make their money. And like the main character doesn't like that. She doesn't like her aunt. She wants to like get away, and like she's trying to like save up money that her aunt doesn't realize she has so that she could escape. And then she meets this magical carp, and I was just like, what? I'm assuming this is the fairy godmother, but as someone who loves fish, I have a beta fish. I was here for it. I was. I'm not going to say what happens to the carp because I know I'm only in the first 8 pages, but I don't want to spoil anything. But she meets this magical carp, and that's when she is given, well, she already has the ring, but the carp like gives her the magic to make the ring have its properties, and then she learns that like there's a lot more to her background than she knew about, and that if she is away from the ring too long, she'll die. So like that's the whole thing. And now she's at the palace. She went to the ball, and then her aunt was there as well. She wasn't supposed to be there, like the Yining. So when the aunt realizes, she frames her for stealing from the guests, even though it was actually the aunt, and then she runs away. Anyways, Yining kind of like talks herself through it, and she's like, well, you've taken my ring while this inquest is going on, so I'm gonna stay at the castle. And then the princess kind of like, okay. So that's like where we're up to. I'm not really sure what's gonna happen, but I'm quite invested in like, I don't know if it's like a full-on magic system, but the way that they present the magic is quite fun, and then the way that all the characters interact I'm also really enjoying. I did actually look it up on Goodreads because I went to go mark it as like currently reading, and I was a bit surprised because it's rated 3.9, which is lower than I would expect. It's not a bad rating obviously, but I fully expect it to be like at least 4 and over. So I'm like a little bit shocked. I don't know if it's their debut, maybe. No, it looks like they've got other books on there. But I don't know, I'm really enjoying it. I am. I've still got quite a long way to go because I've only read that little chunk there. I got all this to go, but we'll see how much I can get through today. But that's kind of like the update with where I'm at and what's going on. And yeah. But I am about halfway through Never Ever After now. We are getting there. I'm actually really enjoying it still. All the power dynamics that are going on are really quite interesting, and just the way that the plot is progressing, it's quite a nice pace, and it's far enough from like the original Cinderella story that I'm intrigued, because I was a bit nervous when I saw it was like a retelling, because there's so many Beauty and the Beast retellings, and every time I read it I'm just like, it's too similar, I'm bored. And like I had that with the first ACOTAR book. Now I loved the rest of ACOTAR, but the first book, it was too similar. So I don't really like it when they follow it that closely, but this book is doing a really good job of like alluding to it, but being its own thing completely. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I was like, look how pretty. I love it. I also, update, I had my November fairyloot box arrive today. I've forgotten the name. 7 Deadly Thorns. I can't see the author's name from here, it's too small, but that came, and so that will have to get a reading vlog at some point as well. I don't know if I'm gonna like group multiple books in the same vlog. It kind of depends how quickly I can read, and also how much footage I have, because this needs to come out next Friday and it is currently the Friday before right now. But I mean, I guess while you're watching this, you'll have realised I'm doing Faithmas, which is like my version of Bookmas, because I'm not just doing book videos, I'm doing singing as well, and gaming as usual. So I just wanted it to be like, it's just the faffus, like that's what you get, lots of me. So I'm uploading every single day, and by the time you watch this, you'll be on day 5, which is nuts. But yeah, it basically means I have a lot more content to film, so I need to be like more understanding of how much I can take on, because it is a lot. But I'm just really hoping it will give my channel like the boost that it needs, and it should be quite fun as well. But yeah, anyways, that's my little update on Faithmas and where I'm at with this book. And oh my god, it kind of matches my outfit. Love. Anyways, let's get reading. Part 4 now, which is page 249. I think I've got about 100 pages left to go, so we are getting close to the end. What I will say at the moment is the plot's getting a little bit confusing. There's quite a lot of backstory coming out and a lot of different plots coming together, and I feel like it happened quite quickly, so I'm just a bit like whiplashed. However, things are starting to make more sense in like why things have happened. I'm pretty sure this is a series, which I definitely just feel like it, because I just feel like there's so much missing right now. So I'd be curious to see like if that would be fixed by reading the whole series. I don't think it's out yet, but I just have like a lot of questions that are making me quite confused at the moment. So that's my main issue. It's also started, I don't know if you can see it, it's started to like, oh sorry, my YouTube pressed play. I had background noise when I was reading. It started to like rip at the top, just from reading it, which is a bit sad because these books are really expensive, and I've had way cheaper books survive better than this, so I don't really know why that is. But yeah, so I'm really close to finishing it. I'm hoping I can finish it today, but every time I say that I do jinx it, so maybe I shouldn't say that, but that's where we're at. Okay, I just finished Never Ever After. I think I'm gonna give it 4 stars because, okay, review time. Things I liked, okay. I liked how it felt like a fairy tale. I loved that. I liked how complex all the characters were. Like, you weren't just good or bad. There was complexity to it, and it was a bit confusing at times, but it made it feel more real, and like bigger stakes, if that makes sense. I also loved the Cinderella plotline, of like having like the step aunt who was evil, and the whole magic system was quite fun. However, things I didn't like, there was a lot of places where it just got confusing. Like, the pacing was off and things were mentioned and then never brought up again, and then other things were brought randomly and I'm just like, what? So like that was a bit weird. And like when the book was ending, I'm just like, well, what happened to the aunt? Like, she was so prominent in the first 100 pages and then just fell off the face of the earth and was never mentioned again. Like, what? I thought she would refer back to the carp more often, and I just thought, I don't know, things seemed a bit too set up, if that makes sense. Like, it was just like, oh, that's only happening because it needed to happen for this to happen, but it just didn't feel natural. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it just was what drew me more towards 4 stars than 5. There's definitely potential. I'll read the next book, you know, if fairyloot does it, I'll probably get it, because it is a very pretty cover, but I don't know, I don't know who I'm supposed to like and who I'm supposed to dislike. It's confusing, but I did like the aspect of dragons as well, I will say that. But yeah, so that's kind of like my quick review. I'll be posting one to Goodreads as well. I guess in terms of the actual edition, it's not very good quality, to say it's fairyloot. Obviously, I mentioned earlier, like, this broke. It's the spine's cracked here as well. The foiling has started to rub off on the front, and like, I've only been reading this for a few days. Like, it should not be in that condition already, because I've read a lot of other, oh, I've just realized it's like damaged there as well now, you can't even see. But I've read a lot of fairyloot books, well, not a lot of fairyloot books, but I've read a few fairyloot books, and I've also read other hardbacks and books of foiling, and like, it's never rubbed off or got damaged that quickly before. Like, I'm quite like careful with like where I put a book and how I read it, so like that is a little bit disappointing, I won't lie. because you can't read with a dust jacket on. Like the amount of like paper cuts I get here, it's just not worth it. So like I would just expect it to be slightly higher quality is all I'm saying. But yeah, anyways, that is my reading vlog and my review of Never Ever After. So I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, please like, comment, subscribe. All the engagement actually really helps, because I'm trying super hard to build my channel at the moment, hence doing Faithmas, and it does entail a lot of filming, a lot of editing, and a lot of just waiting about for things to upload. So any engagement is just really helpful. I would mega appreciate it. And if you have any video ideas that you would like to see from me, no matter what it is, you know, like music content, gaming, books, comment it down below. If it's something that I'm like, yeah, I could get down with that, then we'll do it, why not? But yeah, anyways, I hope you have a super lovely day, and I will see you tomorrow.